Hello and welcome to Runkle of the Bailey. My name is Ian Runkle. I'm a Canadian criminal defense and firearms lawyer. Today I want to have a look at an article that one of you guys sent me, and it is Man Who Bragged About His New Toys Sentenced to 4 years for Gun Possession. So yeah, I'm going to need a drink for this one. Kamloops man who was busted with a loaded handgun after showing the weapon off to an employee at a North Kamloops hotel has been ordered to spend 4 years in a federal penitentiary. Dusty Rintoul was sentenced on Thursday after earlier pleading guilty to charges of possession of a firearm while prohibited and possession of a prohibited weapon. Now, I got a drink here, and it's not actually because of Mr. Rintoul for this particular portion. It's because of the journalist, because I'm pretty sure the journalist got this part wrong. Possession of a firearm while prohibited would mean, yes, that one makes sense. This guy was under some previous firearms ban, so he wasn't allowed to have a firearm. Not a law-abiding firearms owner, not somebody who's got a pal, but somebody who's in fact specifically double banned from having a gun. But then the journalist goes on to say, and possession of a prohibited weapon. Well, I'm guessing it was possession of a prohibited firearm, maybe, because prohibited of something that is a loaded firearm cannot be a prohibited weapon because those are actually exclusive categories. So I don't know what's going on here, and that always annoys me when I read, court file or court reporting, especially firearm-related court reporting, and it's clear they're being really sloppy with their terms. So bad journalist, no biscuit. Continuing on. Court heard the 35-year-old walked into the manager's office at Northbridge Hotel and Suites in the 300 block of Tranquil Road at about 5:30 p.m. on December 19th, telling the employee he'd acquired some new toys. Rintoul unzipped his jacket and pulled a black handgun out of a satchel, then inquired about renting a room. The employee called police after Rintoul left. So, I've commented before about don't talk to the police are not your friends. Don't talk to the hotel manager is not your friend. I don't get this one at all. But I will say the hotel manager here probably was kind of relieved because somebody walks into his office, says, I've acquired some new toys, and then starts unzipping. He's probably like, oh, thank God, it's just a gun. I guess I should report this, but that could have been so much worse. Nothing good comes from, I've acquired some new toys, zip. Unless there's some prior pre-existing relationship that is not normally found between prospective hotel guest and hotel manager. Could be wrong here, but that's my feeling on this. So they say about 90 minutes later, Mountie spotted Rintoul at the McDonald's restaurant on Fortune Drive where he was arrested. Subsequent search turned up a small amount of drugs. I think we may have an explanation here. And a loaded .22 caliber pistol, which had been reported stolen months earlier in Alberta. Now, I just have to stop here and say, earlier we heard possession of a prohibited weapon, which I thought possession of a prohibited firearm, but, is this actually a prohibited firearm? And we're talking about somebody who had their 12-6 grandfathering so that they were allowed to maintain this? Or is this just something like possession of a firearm, knowing its possession was unauthorized, for the fact that this guy doesn't have a pal? I don't know. And once again, I am annoyed at the journalist on this one. But this is just, when we're dealing with sort of criminal law, a lot of sort of handgun crime and a lot of sort of what we call firearm violence in society is not typically engaged in by people who have a firearms license, but also a lot of the people are people who don't have a whole lot of resources for other things, including mental acuity, which seems to be the case here. This does not seem to be sort of a clever or sophisticated crime. In fact, it's downright baffling. Like, why would you think that you can just walk into the hotel and show off your illegal firearm to random person? Of course they were going to call the police. But Anyway, I thought I'd share this one with you. It's sort of an example of some of the things that go on. Criminal law is never boring for reasons of dealing with stuff like this. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought it was a fun story. A little shorter than my usual, but that's okay too. Makes for a nice break. Anyway, I wanted to thank you all for watching. Please like the video, please share it, please subscribe if you want to see more content. I also want to thank my $50 Patreon supporters, D. Mo, People of Canada, Sir Daniel Wicks of Alberta, and Canada's National Firearms Association. At the $20 level, Kevin Fleet and Dale Nesbitt. And at the $10 level, Ma Buddy Keith, Process Eng, Stephen Larson, General Counsel of the CCFR, John Robinson, TR, Roy Haddock, Fracklesdack, Jean-Alexandre Tessier, Cameron Johnson, Sir Goat, Sights and Arms Limited, Chaba Hollow, Peter H., Craig Kwan, Akin Coxall, North Central Process Service, Toys Are for Boys, Ian Vaughn, Milan Vrekic, Terrence Griffiths, Doug Thompson, Mark D., Brad Crooker, Jason Harrington, Lee Kiso, Mark Stout, Michelle Stotzel, Scott Sweetman, Mike Rhodes, DF, Stacey Cartmell, Tactical Advantage TV Canada, Ian S., Dave Leslie, Juan, Donald Duncan, Darren Duell, Sean Crane, Ian Hutchinson, Rory, Travis, BC Bushcraft Leather, John Singarty, Misa Komarevich, All Systems Go, David Moga, Ian Hedgedonik, Hello from Venezuela, Taylor Delnea, Rod Guzman, Matthew Nesbitt, and Conway Yuri. Once again, thank you for watching. We'll link the news article in the comment or in the description below. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you, as always, if you find any fun stories like this, please pass them my way. Thank you for watching, and I hope I've armed you with knowledge.